Back at the cabin again. Today is a big day because it's the first time that I will treat the wood on the cabin itself. I'll do a little test run in the back, see how the color is, and then I'll get started. The bugs are really active. It's about 25 degrees today Celsius. I have my thermosol on. I have all my supplies that I brought with me on a little makeshift trailer behind the ATV. The swamp is drying out, so that's a lot better. And right before I get started, I will take the SD card out of the camera because last week I did put a lot of food on my stump right behind the camera. So hopefully some nice animals came. So I'll give you guys a look at that. I'm taking this SD card out. This should have pictures on it. And I'm replacing it with this new adapter I bought. It is an SD card, but it has a micro SD adapter in it. So I'll be able to look at the pictures on my phone at the cabin if I so desire. So I'll know if the card's good or not. If I should bring it home to check the pictures on it or not. Let's start unloading this stuff. I have my backpack like always, a bucket to mix. I have some used motor oil and some diesel. So this is pretty much one of the oldest ways to treat wood. Yeah, back in the day, in the 1800s and stuff, lantern fuel or just kerosene would work, and they'd mix in some blood or what have you to have give it color. But for me, the used motor oil is free because oil changes are a thing these days. So yeah, I'll mix in. It's supposed to be 50% diesel, 50% motor oil, but I'll try to maybe give the cabin a little bit a lighter color, so I'll add more diesel. But we'll do a few test runs in the back and see how it turns out. I actually brought two staining brushes. I don't know if they'll be good or not for this, but I just took whichever one they had. It's 5.5 inch by 1.5 inch, so it should make quick work of my logs. Get that out of there. It should be good. I have another smaller one, a little 2.5 inch in case. Got the bucket opener and some shells for the 12 gauge that I have in the cabin. So unrelated, but I'll keep this here. And yeah, start mixing. Open the oil. I'm not sure if I brought enough diesel, but we'll see. I'm doing this on purpose on a reasonably hot day, just because I wanted to really get in the wood. Little stick. Keep in mind here, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just going with the flow. So yeah. wood's a little bit darker, but it's really not that bad. Gives it a nice color. I'm guessing you really want to saturate this thing too, so I'll see what I can do. The log ends are the most important part. color that the stain gives the cabin is insane, and I'm already noticing that there's barely any bugs left. So now it's only to see if it's going to stay that way. Of course, the wood's going to drink this, and it's not going to be as shiny, which is going to be good. It's going to blend in more. But I'm really, really happy how it turned out. I'll give you guys a quick little walk around. I've been doing this now for a few hours, I want to say. I probably went through 2/4 of 5-gallon buckets, so I'd put about this much, and I did like 3 walls, and I'm really adding some on there because the wood just drinks it up right away. So I'll do logs quite a few times. I'll need to do a little bit of touch-ups in between logs and stuff with the 2-inch brush. So I was filming for so long that the battery died, so sorry about that. But as I was saying, I'll go around the door sill with the 2-inch brush. I'll try to go around and see if I'm missing any spots, but I still need to do the little porch area. So these 3 wide planks, and like I just mentioned, the door sill. So yeah, let's get to work on there. I've been doing this for quite some time, so the camera battery had enough and gave out. Thank you guys for joining me again on another cabin video. A really big step for me and the cabin today. It was something I had in my mind for years, staining and protecting the cabin. I chose this method, and I mentioned it before, but I'll say it again. I used motor oil with diesel, and it turned out awesome. I know with the sun and the camera, it's kind of messing with the actual color, but you guys get the picture. I chose that method because, first of all, it's one of the cheapest methods. I didn't want to buy some like 5-gallon buckets of $300-400 of stain for log cabins. It makes no sense. This way, use motor oil is pretty much free when you do an oil change on your car or any vehicle. It's free motor oil. So for the color, obviously, you use old oil because it's dark, and you add the diesel to kind of dilute it. It doesn't seem that hard to get a consistent color because I redid my batch 3 times during this whole process, and the colors are all matching, so they kind of all like marry together pretty well. Second reason why I chose this method is because it repels bugs and rodents, so I've heard. I can smell it now a little bit, but you guys can see it's still pretty shiny, so it might take a few weeks for it to really sink in the wood. But the bugs, so far, like I'm sitting down here, I have my thermocell. It was off for a bit, so the bugs are starting again. As I'm walking around the cabin, there's darting me. Before, as I was staying in the cabin, there was absolutely, there was no bugs. Thermocell was going, and I had a little bit of oil on me, so they really don't like it. So I guess it could work. Also, it's windy today. That's gonna help it dry out. But I heard it lasts quite a while, and so you don't really need to stain it every year, probably every 2, 3, 4 years even, which I really don't care. I'll always have oil and diesel. so that's okay. And also, it really, it's just like I said, I guess it's like the cheapest option. So I try to do everything I do pretty much as cheap as possible. It's not like I have a huge budget or anything, but that's what I have, so that's what I used. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you like the look of the cabin, new and improved. I really like it. Looks awesome. Looks like an old hunter trapper cabin. I love it. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far, remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to share, it helps out a bunch.